I want to ask you about a quote that you posted recently, and I honestly wanted to call you the same day that you posted it, and
Let's go.
because I felt like we're due to have a debate like we used to when it came to Aquemini and AT aliens, how we used to debate that all the time.
Yeah.
So you said humility is respected, but
Mm,
arrogance is rewarded.
mm.
Do you believe that?
With 100% of everything inside me, I believe that, man. You know, I don't know if you all follow if you follow Cam Newton, but Cam Newton, I think maybe a year ago after he left the Panthers, he was in the weight room working out, and he was saying, "I'm tired of being humble. You know, being humble, people take advantage of you. People look over you. You know, people don't treat you with the same level of recognition, respect that you deserve." And so I see a lot of humble people, and that quote was mainly for the professional environment because I see a lot of humble people, who get taken advantage of, who don't get promoted when they should, who don't get raises that they should. But you see people who are arrogant or feel more entitled in nature that know how to decorate their own Christmas tree a little better, know how to be a little better cheerleaders for themselves and say, well, I did this and I did that, or I deserve this. And those people tend to get looked at with a little more admiration. They tend to be a little successful in climbing the ladder. I always ask people, when is the last time you've seen an unsuccessful, arrogant person?
Hmm.
you know, you, t- you tell me the last time you've seen someone who's arrogant, unsuccessful, but then tell me the last time you've seen an unsuccessful, humble person. You know?
Okay. So my thoughts on it is I think um I think humility mixed with talent will get you recognized and blessed abundantly by the right people. Arrogance forces you to bring your A game nonstop because people will prey on your downfall.
What was the first thing you said about humility plus talent will get you recognized by the right people?
Yeah, I think if you have humility and talent,
Mm-hmm.
then it will get recognized
Right, right.
versus someone that is arrogant. When you're arrogant and outspoken and pat yourself on the back, then you're bringing attention to yourself, which
Mm-hmm.
forces you to perform at an A plus level all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because as soon as you start to go downhill, you will hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that puts unwanted pressure on yourself to be
Right.
excellent.
But you made
Um,
it. But you made it to the top of the hill.
maybe like a lot of these people haven't made it to the top of the hill, but
That's
they're
what I.
arrogant.
That's what I asked. Like, who's the arrogant person that doesn't make it to the top of the hill?
I think in today's landscape, most of the people are arrogant and just for the sake of being arrogant, and they haven't really made it anywhere. I don't.
Yeah, I don't meet people like that. I mean, even in the rap game, or I don't want to call names or put people out there like that, but I think people who are arrogant, um, people who are loud, people who like to talk about themselves, they're the ones who get the attention. If you look at if you look at the majority of celebrities, there's an amazing actor that not everybody has seen him. I don't know if you know him. His name is Bokeem Woodbine.
Oh, of
I think
course.
he played on like Poetic Justice. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
But he
sure.
said, and he played on
Strapped and
yeah, the last movie.
Jason's lyric.
Yeah, not Poetic Justice. I'm sorry, that's one I'm in Jason's lyric. And the one that just came out with the couple that killed a police officer and died. I forgot what it's called. It was a movie. But anyway, he said that, he's a celebrity that's been acting for years and he's not this popular celebrity like, let's say, a Will Smith or a Denzel. And he was saying all the time, like, if you can't pander to the media, if you can't find a way to make yourself always notable or always noteworthy or always somebody that's in the limelight, you're going to struggle in the industry. And I think that's why you see a lot of artists. I mean, look at the music game these days when people in every video you see have 100 guns and $70,000 in cash money in their hands and showing it all over the place because they know that level of arrogance or that level of perceived success brings about more attention. The humble rappers, if you give me a list of rappers who are humble and don't live like that, they don't get that type of internet attention.
Well, I think the humble. Well, we'll do hip hop. The humble rappers, I think for the most part have a longer shelf life. A lot of these arrogant rappers, like they're fly by nights because their downfall is steep and severe. I'm trying to think of a rapper that's arrogant and then like they start dropping duds or they get into a relationship that um they may the woman may go off and cheat on them or something like that, and it doesn't end well for them. But the
Yeah,
humble,
and you know, I never said that it ends well. I just said that they're rewarded. So those arrogant rappers are platinum successes. You know, humble rappers may not even see platinum status. They may not even see gold status. But these arrogant rappers become one-hit wonders. They get to the top. They become millionaires. They may lose it all. They may fumble it, but they've at least made it to a place where they could be deemed successful in the game. And I guess that goes to your point is, you know, what kind of artist do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to be? Do you want one with a long shelf life, longevity, or do you want to say that you are a platinum selling artist in the game?
yeah, I mean, because I feel like arrogant people toot their own horn all the time, but
Hmm.
people with humility let their work or other people toot their horn for them. So it's like, what side would you rather be on?
That's
Someone that,
dangerous. That's dangerous. I've realized in the professional landscape that's dangerous. I've realized you got to paint you have to decorate your own Christmas tree, man, because who else is going to do it for you? And worst off, if you're depending on others to do it for you, they may decorate it incorrectly. They may put the ornament in the wrong place. They may put the star at the bottom of the Christmas tree. If you aren't out here being your own cheerleader, and if you aren't out here selling yourself, which may, some people say it's not arrogance, it's confidence, you know, but I think that's a thin line to straddle. But if you're not out here doing that, man, and you're relying on others to do it, I think that's when you get looked over.
well, I mean, it's definitely a fine line. I feel like you can put your work out there to the masses without, coming across as, I'm the best rapper ever, or no one can mess with me on any level and get me on a track with Jay-Z and I'll ether him or something like that. I think there's ways to go about it without coming across as arrogant.
Yeah, I mean, it may be, but look, I look at it like this: Who's the king of the South?
Well, people say
It's,
Ti.
and
People
he
say
came
Ti.
and he came out saying that when he was 19, and he has always said he was arrogant. And Tip is very arrogant when it comes to this rap thing. And when you think of who was saying they were the king of rap, still one of the most legendary artists in Biggie. And, you know, people calling themselves kings and people calling themselves the best to ever do it. Those are the type of people that get. I look at somebody like Tariq Trotter. I have never heard Black Thought go on wax saying or go out here saying I'm the best to ever do it. I'm the best rapper ever. I've never heard. Now, granted, he has longevity just like Hov, but nobody talks about that.
Oh, I
But
think I think a lot of people recognize Black Thought as like a top 20 MC. I think so.
yeah, but we were talking about this multi-platinum level of success. If you compare him to the arrogant rappers that we're talking about, what would you say?
But I think that's where maybe we don't see eye to eye. So like I'm a person where I don't care about being popular, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now there's a lot of people that they don't have the talent, but they may be popular. And I'm saying in the long run, that's not sustainable. If you don't have the talent, then your loudmouth antics won't get you too far.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can be successful in the rap game and not be popular. You know, I think that in the entertainment industry, you have to be popular if you want to attract millions of fans and have, you know, sold out shows and records. So popularity is something that you push for if you're going to be in the entertainment business. Um, and I'm honestly starting to believe that a lot of artists in the game don't want a long shelf life. I'm starting to believe they want a brief window to get their money, to milk the game for what it is and get out. Like you can actually name the rappers with longevity these days. It's a very short list. But the one hit wonders and the short window rappers, that list is endless. You
Okay.
know?
Well, I'm saying most of these one hit wonders are doing love and hip hop. like reality show. Whereas a lot of the artists with longevity, their careers have spawned into other areas, whether it's acting or doing hit podcast or
So
running businesses.
do you think that's success though? Like being on Love and Hip Hop? How many people get to do that? I
I
mean,
mean,
I can
that
see.
the eye is. I mean, it's in the eyes of the beholder, whether
Yeah.
that's successful or not. I mean, it's a check. Well, and if that's what you deem as success is getting a check, then cool.
And
But
I think that's where the game
if
is.
you move within, if you move with integrity, or at the end of the day, when you're 15, 20 years older, and you look back, like you were saying earlier in the interview about removing some of your music, then yeah, that would be a problem. I don't want to be on a reality show, getting into fights with random people that they pay me to hang out with. I mean, that's not real. That's not moving authentically.
It,
I,
it's not. It's not. And and that's the thing with the rap game, man, that a lot of people have been saying lately, like, or been saying for a long time. Like artists rap about drugs and guns all the time and don't live that life. Or artists will sit there with these tens of thousands of dollars in their hands and know that they're broke. A lot of people got to fake it till you make it type of approach. A lot of people, and the sad thing is that's what I'm saying. I think that is the successful approach. Like one of the things that one of the biggest uh, moments in hip hop history for me was Redman's MTV Crib segment.
right.
When he brought them in, he had a screen door, and he opened it, the screen door had a hole in it. He was like, look, this is my life. This is how I live. But you look at the other people, they got these $1 million cribs and pools, and they couldn't do that. There's something about flashiness and being arrogant and doing all that I think brings attention to artists these days. Whether that's good or bad attention, I think that's subjective. There's a phrase that says all press is good press, but yeah,
Okay.
I want the listeners to comment in on that.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have to pull this clip and have it circulate.
Yeah.